sport fans watching around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for.
Let's get straight into the episode.
Yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty got my high, I ain't tripping for the funds. Yeah, I won't start, I ain't tripping, I'm a stun.
Bro, the grand final night, I was a bit fucking special, bro.
Yeah.
Went through a couple cases. Like at the point when we started losing, I was full just like, fuck.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not going to drink this straight bottle of Blue Label unless we're winning. There's 20 minutes to go. And I'm like, fuck this. I cracked it. And as soon as I cracked it, bro, bang. Bang. And then the Cleary try. And then by the time I realized we had won, I was already drank the whole bottle of Blue Label. And I'm sitting there like singing the song, fucked up. I was like, shut up.
Yeah, it's mad. It was a mad final this year. Eh?
Oh, bro,
Best game of footy all year.
Best game of footy in the last 3 years.
Yeah. See, I started off strong this year watching the footy, but last year actually, how far are we into the year? What month are we in? I can't remember. We're at the end of the year. For a second, I thought we were in like January, February. I got lost of where we were. But yeah, this was a good start of the year, and then I just kind of just stopped watching for a bit.
Yeah.
Came back towards the finals again, and good finals, bro.
I reckon we'll go 4 next year, eh?
I reckon so too.
100%.
Do we lose any? I'm a Penrith boy too. Are we losing any players?
I think Crichton's gone. Crichton's definitely gone. He's gone dogs. Luai's got a contract up in the air apparently for $4.5 million from the Tigers.
Wow.
When Penrith could only offer him, I think it's
Probably 2.
yeah, around that for 2 years.
Yeah.
But like that being said, bro, 2 years and they've just signed like these other like players that aren't worth that much money. But like if they release more players from the salary cap, then they'll be able to pay more. This is the shit thing. I reckon that when they win the comp, they should get some kind of incentive or bonus where it's like they've been the best team all year. They won the minor premiership 3 years in a row. Surely they get some kind of
Extra little pocket, yeah.
yeah, 100%. Like, well,
Bonus.
what's the point of winning the comp 3 years in a row? What, you just got to prove that you can do it with newbies? Yeah, fair enough. Makes the game more exciting. But, like, then you destroy good teams. And then what's the point?
That's just such... That would turn the NRL into capitalism at its finest, bro. Because the more they
100%.
win,
Yeah, I know what
the
you
more
mean,
players they'd buy, bro. Like, it's...
Yeah, that's true. No, I mean, like, not like, I just mean something like, so not so they can buy players, but say that they've already got the team, they've already got a structured team. Say like a little boost that would help them be able to say, instead of paying Laroi that, they can pay Laroi, say, a little bit, like an extra $650K or whatever, because he's definitely worth it. Yeah. But I don't think he's a $1 million player without Cleary.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Cleary's the GOAT of this NRL era and probably will
For
go
sure.
down as that and probably will be the next immortal. For sure.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I fucking love Cleary, bro. He just saves everything, bro.
Bro, like that game we played against the Eels where he kicked that 2-point...
last second.
Kicked the 40-20, then got the 2-point field goal in the last... We still lost the game.
Yeah.
But what halfback in the last 5 years has done a similar play to that? None of them.
Yeah. He's a freak, bro.
100%. He's a freak and his chin's always 10 metres offside. But at least he's a good player.
That's a good one too. Yeah, it's a mad one. That's mad. Well, you know what's funny? We were talking about UFC as well. I'm pretty sure that the WWE, the company that owns the WWE, now just merged with the UFC as well. So there's some kind of back end deal.
Oh, yeah, I have seen that, yeah.
Where they've kind of became one company. Everything's signed underneath one
Yeah, I
pillar.
don't know how that'll work, eh? Because, like, surely they can't do, like, UFC, WWE crossover events or else fucking the UFC...
I think they'd have UFC fighters go in and fight in the WWE for Showtime TV.
Yeah, but I just feel like it makes everything that the UFC has built up over the last 15, 20 years meaningless.
In a way, but it's unfortunately what they've built themselves up to be, where everyone in the UFC now, to become successful in the UFC, you almost have to become an internet personality.
100%.
You have to be
100%. Like, look at Colby.
Sean
bro.
O'Malley.
Yeah, look at Colby. Colby was a completely different
Covington,
fighter
bro.
until he fought in Brazil, and then what happened?
Covington.
Became the racist Ted Huncho of
Yeah.
the UFC.
Yeah, bro. Everyone, Conor McGregor set precedent for everyone to do
100%.
so.
But like, no one will ever be as big as Conor was in his like come up, and then when he exploded, and then even after his Khabib fight where he lost, and then even after his losses, no one will ever be as big as Conor. They can't. Like John Jones is probably the best fighter on the planet apart from Demetrius Johnson, but they can still never like step to that. Like Conor's got so many iconic moments, so many iconic quotes, there's so many like little memes of Conor going around. You know what I mean?
Still
like,
to this day, there's new memes of Conor.
100%.
Yeah. One of my favorite ones ever is like Connor like waiting there, like kind of like giving a jiggle as like his ringside like put the Vaseline over his fucking cheekbones and shit.
Yeah.
And the caption is when your mum's putting on sunscreen for you at the beach, and he's just sitting there, and it's like he thinks he's all staunch and shit.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, just like heaps of the boys just bring up his quotes at work sometimes, and like obviously because we're all Aussie as fuck, like we don't sound Irish as fuck at all. It just comes off funny as. But then there's one where he's talking about his shoulder. And he's like, I got a sore shoulder, and he just sounds Aussie as, and all the boys just keep saying it at work randomly.
Yeah.
And then like the boss the other day was complaining about something to do with his shoulder, and one of the boys said it on this side of the roof, then one of them said it over there, then one of them said it over here, and everyone started laughing. Like, oh, what are they talking about? My shoulder's actually sore. I'm like, no, it's a meme, bro. Relax.
Yeah, it's mad. Yeah, I think that it'd be interesting to see what the next thing for the UFC is that kind of brings everyone back in.
100%.
UFC 300's coming up in like
Did you watch
March,
Did you
May.
watch the show on Strickland versus Israel Adesanya?
I watched it live, bro. I watched it in the arena.
Fuck, bro. You know I was gonna get tickets for it, but then I was just like, fuck.
That was a crazy experience. Like,
Bro, upset of the year by far.
I tell you what, I wasn't upset that Strickland won. I was upset at Izzy's performance.
Oh yeah, I was very,
Yeah.
very lost because my mate was sitting next to me, and after watching the press conference with him, like, and we're with each other every day because we work together, so we've got a pretty close relationship. And then after the press conference, where Sean is just giving it to him about anime and fucking beating off to fucking hentai,
Yeah.
beating off his dog, I'm like, oh no, I should have fucking. He's in his head. That's what I was saying. And then fucking old mate was sitting next to me, and then when Sean cracked him and dropped him, I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Because Izzy's been my favorite fighter for
I love Izzy.
Yeah, like the last 5 years.
Love him. But I also love Strickland. I love Izzy more, but watching
Strickland's
Izzy
personality,
perform,
bro.
yeah, his personality, bro. I love the one where there's this Japanese lady interviewing him, and like, and she's done it a few times. I have a bit of a friendship, but she's like asking things, and she's like, say ni hao, yo, blah blah, and it's like that's how I say goodbye to whatever. And he's like, oh, what are you getting me to say? Oh, don't make me say things that I don't know what I'm saying. Tell me how to say, make my shirt faster, you Japanese boy.
No, what about the one where
Make my shirt faster.
he's just so out there too, like he doesn't give a fuck either. And there's one where he's talking he's talking to like some guy, I think it's Brendan Shrub, and he's like, bro, like some of you just need to be hit by your dads more, like a full alcoholic rage.
Yeah.
Just him beating down on you. Just like, what the fuck?
Brendan Schaub's another one of my favourite internet personalities too. I love Brendan Schaub.
And then another one where Sean's like, you need to get the women back in the kitchen. There's a man out there fighting.
Yeah. Do you ever watch the Full Send podcast, NELK Boys?
Nah.
Dude, that is probably my favourite internet personality-based podcast series, like other than a serious podcast. But
Yeah.
Full Send and Kyle Forgard and the NELK team are just killing it lately. But they did Sean Strickland just before his fight with Izzy or just after.
Yeah.
And he's on there like calling out Steiny and Kyle and shit, saying like, honestly, he's nothing against you guys. Like he's a good, but he's a bunch of weak men. He's
I
like-
think I have seen it. Yeah. You do his voice so good.
a bunch of weak pussy men. If you were my son, I'd kick the fuck out of you. Yeah.
100%. Just an alcoholic rage beating down on you. I'm like, what the fuck? And then they're like, I remember when he first came champion, bro, the press conference afterwards, like the first question was, oh, do you think the UFC are going to cancel you? And he's like, I don't give a fuck. They can try.
Yeah,
or something like that. And then Dana's like, well, you know what he's like.
Yeah. He's a legend, dude. And watching it in person upset me and changed my opinion on Izzy because like I
100%.
went there to watch him kick the fuck out of Strickland, like, but
Bro,
he
'cause
just
that was
ran.
the build up, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, Izzy's a good fighter. Everyone loves Izzy as a fighter, but you can only cry wolf so many times. Like, what did he say with Cannonier? He's going to end him. What did he say with Vittori? He's going to end him. What happened with the first Piera fight? Oh, I'm going to make him frozen like Elsa. Nothing ever come true until the second Piera fight. Like,
Yeah.
you can't come out, make all these
Oh,
statements.
that was
and
such a good fight too.
the second one? Bro, me and my mate still debate about it
Ah,
every day. Coldest
yeah.
finish ever.
Yeah.
Me and my mate debate about it to this day. He's like, Izzy got lucky. And I'm like, no, but like, he's a trained, like, and then the way he just went over to his son and like pointed at him, and he's like,
Oh, that was so cold, bro.
bro. And like in the UFC 5 game, where if you beat Piera with Izzy,
Yeah.
Izzy full walks over to his kid and points at him and does it again.
He's so cold, bro.
I was like,
I forgot about the
"Oh."
cold drop. They're so good.
Bro, and then me and my mate still debate about it, and he's like, "Izzy got lucky." I'm like, "Well, bro, he's been a trained kickboxing fighter for how long?" And what?
Didn't you
Like,
have 90 fights or something like that?
yeah,
in
something
kickboxing?
crazy. I think it's over that, bro.
Maybe
Like,
120.
Yeah, it'd be 100 and something, bro. Like, it's
Yeah.
over that. And like the only guy to beat him was this fella. And then he says in the interview, like after the fight, what he did. Like, yeah, he could have just got lucky and clipped him because it was down here. But he full said he brought him into him on the cage, which is what he did because he showed up because he was getting fucked up. And old mate comes in to unload on him, gets cocky, and Izzy just goes pop,
Yeah.
pops him, and then before he even fucking he gets stunned, and it was his same sequence from the first fight. Remember the first round? How Izzy almost had him on skates at the end of the first round?
Yeah.
It was the same sequence, but he couldn't follow up with the left hook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my mate's like, "Oh, he got lucky, bro. He got lucky, bro." Because the first time, my mate hates Izzy. And he always comes to mind and watch the events at my house because I always just buy the card, bro. I don't know about you personally, but I can't go to the pub to watch it, eh? Like
I pretty much
those,
do, yeah.
I hate those guys that are at the pub that have no idea what they're talking about. Say someone's dominating them on the ground, about to break their arm and in submission. Like, standing up!
Yeah.
Standing up!
Yeah.
What's this?
Yeah.
Like, or they're like, or I don't know, like clinch work where there's someone's elbowing the fuck out of him and just punch him.
Yeah.
Punch him.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I know what you mean. I do know what you mean. Yeah.
yeah. And then like, so
I just can't bring
buy it.
myself to buy it, bro. It's so long. It's like $60 for like not even HD, isn't it?
No, it's 60. Well, I got Fight Pass, so yeah, it's $60, but it's fucking 1080p, I think, or maybe more now because that's the new iPhone. So it seems way better on this, but everything seems better on that, bro.
Yeah. Well, I don't have Fight Pass. I think it's 60 for non-HD for me. I think. I don't remember.
But yeah, no, I've never had a problem with it. But the only thing I hate about the Fight Pass, bro, is like you have to like it glitches sometimes. I don't know if it's my Apple TV or the Fight Pass, but I just blame the app.
Yeah.
But it glitches heaps. Like say I'll be watching the event and then it'll just restart. And then, like I'll go back to the event, someone just KO'd someone. I'm like, fuck.
Oh no.
Like it happens at the worst time too.
Oh no. Dude, honestly, I don't think that anyone missed out by not going to the event in Sydney.
Yeah.
Because it was so expensive. Like I paid $600 and I got an early access code sent to
Because
me.
Whitaker was on that card too, wasn't he?
Originally, I think Whitaker was on that card. No, I don't know if he was originally. When they released the tickets, we don't even know who was fighting, I'm pretty sure, when they released the tickets.
Oh no, yeah, he was on that card. He was supposed to fight Costa, and then Costa pulled out.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I think when I bought it, we didn't have a set people. Or,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because I remember it was up in the air for ages. Because like apparently that what's the other guy? The guy that just knocked out Rob, the African fella. Dracus Duplessis or whatever his name is, Dracus Duplessis.
I don't even know who
was
he is.
supposed to fight Izzy and then pulled out, and then that's why Izzy fought Strickland. And he fought Strickland and he got pumped, bro, fucking fed.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's like, as I was saying, it was $600 and my tickets were pretty high up in the stadium. I was probably like, there was cheaper versions of it. It was a good view. That's why they were a little bit more expensive, but it was still far. My other mates who were sitting like way closer, they had a much better view, and they were $1,500 a ticket. And $1,500 a ticket is a fucking lot of money.
Bro, I know, like one of the people that our boss is friends with, like another company, they bought tickets to it. Like just him and one of the other boys he works with bought tickets to it. They paid $2,500 and they weren't even ringside, bro.
Yeah, see, that's
like
just
they would have had
it's
mad
just on the
tickets, but
ground.
like how can you justify dropping money on that? Like $2,500 unless you got banked, like you know what I mean. Unless you're walking around fucking not even stressing about it. Like fair enough.
Yeah.
But even them, they're like, oh, I didn't really want to spend the money on the tickets, to be honest. And they got money, bro. Like, they could afford to do it, obviously, because they did it. But, like, even he was, like, second-guessing it. Like, I'd rather just pay $60, watch it at home, and then I'm paying fucking $5 a beer instead of fucking $13.50 or some shit.
And the lines were long, too, bro. They were fucked.
Do they have Modelo in that there? Like, American beer, or is it all just Aussie
It's all
beer?
just the same shit. The arena always has the same thing. Every time I go to anything at Ace Arena, it's the same. And you have to buy a drink, pour it into a cup, and take the cup. No cup trays or nothing. So you go with the boys, for the boys. So everyone's like, yo, grab us this, that.
Yeah.
So you grab fucking like 7 drinks, bro. And then you just they pour them into fucking cups, bro. You gotta fucking like.
That's fucked.
It's retarded, bro. It's just so stupid.
Oh, that's fucked.
The atmosphere was crazy. It was a crazy atmosphere.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got to experience it. But if it came back, I don't know if I would buy tickets again.
Yeah. Unless it was like a worthwhile card, like a one-in-a-lifetime card, like say John Jones or something. Like John Jones, Conor McGregor, or something like that. But like,
they're hinting at that for Fight Night UFC 300.
yeah,
Not Fight Night. This UFC event 300. That's going to be hinted to be Conor McGregor come back to fight
Chandler.
Yeah,
But apparently, I was reading about it this morning on this MMA page I follow. It could be false, could be true, but half the time what they say is true, half the time what they say doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it's a 50-50 chance. But they were saying that he hasn't been cleared to fight yet, so he can't even fight in April.
And when they say cleared, why is he not cleared?
Because you know how they had UFC originally had USADA with the UFC, like that was the testing agency. They just parted ways apparently.
Okay.
But Conor's last test is still being ran through USADA. So until USADA clears him through 6 months of testing to prove he's not on steroids, which he was definitely motherfucking on steroids, bro. How the fuck do you go from walking around at 85 kilos to being fucking
110?
100%? He's like a puffed up little fucking leprechaun running around.
He would have been at least 110. He could have been 120.
Probably easy too. Like he was puffy, bro. Like he looked big. Like big.
Yeah. Have you seen the videos of him training his son? Have you seen those videos?
Yeah,
Did you watch the documentary on Netflix, McGregor?
No. I watched the first episode, but I couldn't get stuck into it.
It wasn't bad. It was pretty good. Did you watch the 1-4?
Yeah, I watched the 1-4 one. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. Did you like it?
Yeah, I like it, but I feel like a lot of their perspective would have been cut out of it.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of like the police involvement and all that would have been given precedence over what they were saying, if you understand what I mean. Because it's like,
but they hinted at that.
they're gonna, but they hinted at it. But like, you could, I don't know. I feel like from maybe a 16-year-old watching that's not gonna think that way. They're just gonna be like, oh yeah, fuck, this is mad. But like, you can tell that like they got given the green light to release it, but then heaps of the shit that they needed to say on that was all taken out, so it can make the relationship with the police seem like they weren't that bad.
Yeah. But I like the way it did paint the police in a bad light if you have the intelligence 100%. To understand. So everyone would kind of watch it and be like, oh, it's unfair what the police are doing. But like,
the way they had to get on Kid Laroi, I think it was.
Yeah.
They had to get on his show without him saying
I saw that live too.
That would have been off
that was
head,
insane.
bro.
That was insane.
Mad.
That was fucking insane, dude.
Like, because no one knew they were coming out, true? Like, you had no idea. And then
I knew.
Yeah.
Because he said, I've got a surprise for you all tonight. Like, through the day, I'm working that day. And he's like, got a surprise.
Yeah,
I'm like talking to the boys at work. I said, what the fuck? Who's he going to bring out? Like, maybe little TJ. Maybe he flew out little TJ for... I'm just thinking... And then I put him on all day, and then My City came on as I'm working. I'm like, bruh, he's bringing out 1-4 tonight.
It has to be, bro.
Yeah.
But it was just the way that he didn't give a fuck, and then the police can't do anything. What are they going to do? Shut down the show?
It's too late. They snuck him in, bro. They snuck him in. Yeah.
Bro, hard. And they deserve it, bro. Like, fucking... Well, it seems like the whole documentary kind of painted it in a light. They're trying to shut them down just because of their ethnicity, where they're from, and what their music's about. People's... That's like Eminem's the perfect example, bro. Eminem raps about all kinds of crazy shit.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't mean he's ever done it.
Yeah.
Talk to his daughter about it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. The thing is about the 1-4 movement, which I liked the documentary for showcasing, because I watched it, and especially considering the fact that I watched it live and I've been so involved in their scene for a while, like interested, you know what I mean? Like, I've always liked the music. To this day, I don't really pump it, not really.
Yeah.
But like, I'm interested in them. And I didn't learn anything. I'm watching it going... Yeah, this is a nice little trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
But then,
there was nothing new that stood out.
Yeah.
There was all kind of stuff that you'd already heard.
Yeah, but I did like the fact that it showed the place, the youth centre in Mount
that was
Druitt.
good. That's what gave him props. And then, like, you know what I mean? That should give the overall area of Mount Druitt a better rep than what it's been painted as. Because half the time what it's painted as is just what people hear, not what people generally know. It's the same with anything. People hear stuff and then they twist it. It's like always been Chinese whispers. People hear stuff and they think they hear what they heard, and then they manipulate it in their own head to sound worse. Yeah,
like it's a way more beautiful story, to be honest, with the fact that they were young crims, 100%. And then a young youth worker from the area was like, "Yo, just come kick it back at this youth center we got." And they had a recording studio, and then that's when they started to make music at a youth center.
I remember the first song they released, which is like 2770 or something, and it came out with Jess Selly on it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like years ago, bro. And that was like, it is what it is. Like, their music's 10 times better now, but that was still a decent song for the time frame.
Yeah.
Like, I remember kids pumping it all the time when we were young. I was going down to the plaza and that. He comes pumping it in the Mondo all the time.
Yeah.
You could hear it everywhere, bro.
Yeah. It's cool how, like, they have definitely paved the way for Australia's music 100%. Scene. But no one gives enough credit to Kerser, bro.
Oh,
It's like everyone's
100%,
forgotten.
100%, bro. There's like there's heaps of other
forgotten.
Aussie rappers from Melbourne, bro. Like they have a different scene, but they're still 10 times better than like a lot of these other rappers that are coming out. Like I don't rate Husky, bro. Husky's shit.
I have a couple Husky songs I like, which make me like him. I'm
Yeah.
a fan because of a couple songs.
Yeah, but like again, like you said,
But he's
Kerser, no
single
one can ever
syllable.
top Kerser.
He's a
bro.
very
No.
single syllable rapper, a very single syllable,
Yeah.
and he's not as good as a single syllable as Kerser.
Yeah. That's like Kerser will like never have to do anything again. Album 10 dropped, bro. He's set. Like he said, he was going to do 10 albums, fucking, and he's done.
Yeah, I got
Who
to watch.
else has said that in Australia and done that?
I got to watch in Queensland. I flew to a festival. I got to watch Kerser live.
Yeah.
He was chilling it live. Hooligan Hess was there.
Yeah, Hefs would have been
It
alright.
was a good show. Eh?
Yeah. I think I
was
seen
mad.
it on. I think I seen it on Hef's Insta story or one of their Insta stories, bro. Because I definitely seen it.
Yeah,
But that's like I reckon all the Kerser concerts this year for the last album would have gone off like 100%.
yeah, 100%. I've also been a massive fan of Kid Laroi for a long time too, which
Yeah.
is why I had to go watch him live.
Yeah. I like a few of his songs. Yeah, like it's not like something I pump on the regular, but I don't like if it comes on, I'm not gonna skip it. That
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
music, you know what I mean?
I love it, bro. I reckon I pump Kid Laroi more than any other artist. I think he's probably my number one listen to artist, Kid Laroi.
Yeah.
I fucking just love that sound of music, bro. What's your sound of music? What do you like?
I like a lot of rap, bro. To be honest, but don't like fucking,
What kind of rap?
not
Like,
drill, but I like lyrical rap, bro.
yeah, so poetic rap, like
Not
Hobson.
necessarily. Yeah. Like
Eminem.
even there's a couple like Aussie rappers, bro. I don't know if you've heard of Alex Jones, Dr. Flea, but
Yeah, of course.
he is fucking insane.
Of course,
Like,
bro. What's
his freestyles in Son of Sam.
Yeah.
His freestyles and that, like, just the way that he can think off his head, the way he rhymes, like it's multi-syllable and it's grime rap too. So it's like
Yeah.
it's 2 beats per minute or something. Like so the beat's faster, so the way they're rapping's faster, but it's not like mumble rap and it's not shit you can't understand what they're saying, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like obviously some people would go over the head, but like if you're there to enjoy the music, it's better.
What's his song he's got? Is it Medicine? What's the one about
Medicine?
My
Yeah.
Medicine? That is a fucking poem, bro.
That song, it's about the codeine.
Yeah.
That's a fucking good song,
That's
bro.
a poem right there. Yeah, I think that my favorite sound of music would have to be like, I guess you'd call it this new wave of like, it kind of was emo rap in the beginning, like with X
like
and
sad
Juice
boy rap
and
and
sad
that,
boy
yeah,
rap.
yeah.
And now it's kind of turned into like trap rap, I guess. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Kid Laroi, fucking
But
like
that being
Lil
said, bro, like I'm not like one
TJ.
genre locked, if you know what I mean. Like I'll have a go-to genre, like just anything rap that's lyrical. Like even then, like I still like a lot of Day One shit. Like Day One just came out with a new song, but I know a lot of any music that really has like a decent melody and something that's not completely like I'm a driller, I'm blah 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 blah, like I'm a
Yeah.
hard cunt, blah
Yeah,
blah
yeah,
blah.
yeah.
Like fucking.
You know-
I'm not 16 anymore, bro. I don't need
Yeah,
to drive
I know.
around pumping hard cunt drills. So people are
Yeah,
like,
I know.
what's he listening to? You know what I mean? Like it doesn't like.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I'll be listening to fucking old Mac Miller in the car, like I'm about to
Yeah.
cry.
Yeah, bro, I feel ya. Yeah, I feel ya. I was gonna say before, speaking of Aussie rappers, Nerve has really impressed me lately. You know,
Nerve's
Nerve?
good. Nerve's good.
Bro,
Yeah, bro.
There's this podcast channel, #1 Australian podcast channel. My goal is to be better than that one.
Yeah.
It's called Take Flight.
Is that the one that has all the rappers on it?
Yeah.
And they've had Shadow on there as well.
Yeah.
Shadow's
recently,
pretty good, bro. as well.
recently, they've had Chillin' It, Lizzie, Nerve,
Yeah.
like the brothers were just
And
on
they
there.
they freestyle on it, eh?
Yeah. Well, they it's called freestyle, but it's not technically freestyle. It's more like rehearsed recorded radio session.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's mad, bro. But Nerve, his Take Flight rap, I'll have to put a link in the description if anyone that wants to hear it. I pump that so much. I know it word for word. It's crazy because
one of those songs, bro, that just grabs you.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you can listen to it 3 times the first time you hear it in a row, and it doesn't even phase you.
Oh, dude, I heard it the third time and what the fuck is he saying,
Yeah,
bro?
yeah.
It's listen nuts. Anyway, Nerve produces his own beats. He's just his own
Yeah,
manager.
that's like Alex too. Alex
Yeah.
produces his own beats, but that's like Fracture for a lot of the cunts like Nerve and all that. Not necessarily Chillin' It, because Chillin' It kind of had his own scene before he came back out. Because he was
Yeah.
out before, and then he dropped off the edge of the map, bro.
Yeah,
and then he
yeah.
came back with his Facebook thing. But yeah, this Fracture guy from Melbourne, he's originally from London. And the way they rapped is kind of like that fast fucking like boom back, almost mixed with grime, like Nerve and Wombat, and like they're
I
the
love
new age
Wombat.
version. They're the
Wombat's a
new age
killer.
version of it.
Yeah.
But everyone that was listening to Fracture and all that was then listening to Nerve, and then Shadow's kind of got that same style, and then like that's when like Shadow brought them all down to Melbourne to do that cipher, and then blew them all up.
Yeah.
Because I was watching Shadow's interview on that. I'm pretty sure it was the podcast you were just talking about. Shadow was like, if it wasn't for them bringing everyone down, do this massive cipher on this radio station, half the people that are rapping now wouldn't be. Like, no one would know who they were.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing about that scene, that they all support each other. Like, there's no, like, that's the only thing with the 1-4-21 district thing that I didn't like, bro. It's like, you got these young kids running around and claiming they're from this area, claiming they're from that area, bro. But 10 years ago, you wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, like, look at the Easter shows, bro. Look what happened to the Easter
100%.
shows.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's sad.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't
Did
matter.
you ever get sent the photos or videos of it? I fucking got sent the most fucked up versions of that shit, bro.
I've never seen it, bro. Because, like,
oh my god, sad news, bro.
100%.
Kids,
Like, you got to think, like, from the mother's perspective that then has to go bury their son, and then you got to think of the mother's perspective that then has to go has to watch her son get sentenced to jail practically for murder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For everyone listening who doesn't know, I'll just remind everyone, because it might go over people's heads, but they used to show last year.
Oh, yeah,
this
last
year?
year, I think last year, bro.
Must have been last year because I was at a new company. But yeah, they used to show this little fucking fight broke out between kids.
16-year-olds, bro. 16,
They were
15-year-olds,
between 14 and like 21, these kids. But these two 16-year-olds went at it, squared up, and then repping 27, repping 21. One stabbed the other, killed him. So then his brother, who was working at the Easter show, found out, went, grabbed the knife, and went back and killed that guy. Did he kill him back? Did he kill
I'm
him
not
back?
too sure. I didn't hear about
Can't
that part,
remember.
bro. I just heard about the first kid definitely dying from the stabbing.
I'm pretty sure he went and killed him in retaliation to his brother. Maybe I'm getting lost. Maybe I'm forgetting. I'm gonna have maybe someone fact check me on that. But don't take me for word on that one. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
You could be right, bro, but I just heard about the first part, bro, which is that again still fucked up, bro. Like, it's stupid shit, bro. Like 10 years ago, before if none of this music was out, no one would care.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
which is why Rapture has been so harsh on 1-4, because it is impacting the scene of youth today. But
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I remember being that age. I remember being 15, 16, 17, 18 and watching things be so intense. Like I remember
100%. Things were always intense.
it was intense for that age, bro. Like I couldn't tell you how many. I just had a guy on Hamza. For everyone who hasn't watched the episode with Hamza Rashid, that was a good one. But we remembered, and his brother Rashid as well. Hamza Ayub, not Hamza Rashid. But we talked about the fact that there was a time period there where it was just war, bro. It was just war. Blacktown boys would come to the area. There'd be fucking boys coming from there, and you just go watch most of the time.
100%.
And there'd be fucking stabbings. There'd be all this shit. And I remember just being like, what is happening in life? And I feel like we think times have changed, but maybe
Really,
we've
it's
just grown out of
the
it.
perspective of the way it looks.
And maybe
changed.
people have grown into it.
Yeah,
maybe that
that's
shit's
true.
always
That's true,
been
mate.
there.
Yeah, goes full circle, bro.
And they said that, yeah, exactly. Another full circle. They said that in the song in the beginning. Like, they want to blame us for what happened to. Was it in the beginning or is it
in
my
the
city?
beginning, yeah.
Like, want to blame us for what happened to Sydney, Melbourne, all this stuff. It was happening before.
Oh, no, that's my city. Yeah, that's my
it is
city.
my
Yeah,
city.
yeah. The
Like,
one
this
kid
was
Laroi in it,
happening
yeah.
before.
Yeah.
And shit got knocked, but now everybody's got something to say, which is the truth. It's just like now people have a way out of expressing what's happening, and I love the fact that people can make careers out of it, bro.
Yeah, 100%. Because then they're doing something that's like better than what they can get naturally. Like they said, like Lissy says it in one of his songs. Like, I don't want to just be slaving away in a factory. Like, and he's gone out. He's made money for his family. He's probably changed heaps of his friends' life. Put heaps of his friends on. Now they're in a position where they can look after their family, not stuck in the same shit that just goes on and repeats the cycle where people are unhappy and people can't go out and make money and fucking be successful.
And even in a sense where, say these boys, or if we ever choose to do it, I'm not saying that I'm not capable of becoming a rapper myself. It's just not my destiny.
Yeah.
I think everyone's capable of doing something artistic to get themselves
100%,
out.
yeah.
But even if you don't put your family on or change your boys' lives or go on sell a world tour, the experience is like just a taste of what it's like to be out there and not having to be stuck in the same lifestyle forever.
Yeah.
I love that people get to experience escape. I fucking dream of escape, bro. I think to myself, how good would it be not to fucking go to work every day?
Oh, 100%.
Oh my God.
Like, that being said, like, 100%, like, that lifestyle would be good, but I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of emphasis put on it, like, that it's perfect, when a lot of the time that it's not.
It'd be hard being one of these people traveling.
100%.
It'd be hard, bro.
And then especially when you're getting picked, like, back to 1-4, especially when you're getting picked on by the police for shit that's not just you.
Yeah.
Like you were saying before, like, it's the other areas that even started with the first whole diss and shit. Like, why the fuck do they even have to start?
Yeah.
Like,
But how insane was that bar that 1-4 came out and started the whole movement of 21 versus 20 of 27 of like
one got
21
knocked.
what?
Guess
But one
we
got
called
knocked
20,
hard.
yeah.
Guess they called them 20.
That was fucking cold, bro. That's the
first
whole.
time I heard
That's the
that.
whole
Yeah. That
cold,
is-
bro. When that even diving, bro.
that
That's
is
cold.
that. That
It's
is
cold,
that.
bro.
That was the craziest thing I remember hearing at that time. I remember thinking to myself, like, that is
I know. 100%.
dirty,
They went
bro.
straight for the jugular, bro. There was
Yeah.
no like breath. It's just like bang.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. I like that you mentioned too, like the fact that like these scenes kind of like look after each other.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I've noticed a lot lately too. There's like things like Take Flight, for example, this internet channel that everyone is looking after each other in a community way where it's like people are noticing, oh, here's a platform that we can all use to kind of like not just, it's not beneficial for most of the rappers going on.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's beneficial for them, which will be beneficial for more people.
100%.
It's like in the UK at the moment where they did On The Radar, they did a freestyle with Drake and Central C.
Yeah, yeah.
I think On The Radar might be UK. But I remember watching that On The Radar, which was probably one of my favorite collabs ever, Drake and Central C.
Central C is just fucking
Next
ridiculous,
level,
bro.
hey.
He's so good,
Next
bro.
level. Central
Yeah.
C's Instagram page, for example, what's the word that people use when you're like gazing? Have you heard the term gazing?
Nah.
It's like when you're like watching these celebrities and you're just praising them so much, it's like, oh, fuck, you're a gazer. I'm a
Yeah.
full
Oh,
gazer.
yeah,
I'm a
yeah, I
full
get you.
gazer.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I think Central C.
Bro, that's like, have you heard
cleans it.
Central C's? I think it's called it's like some radio station in the UK again. I think it's called Daily Duppy or something. Have you heard his freestyle on that?
Nah.
After the cast, go listen to that, bro. It's
Yeah.
full, like the beat switches and it's just like the way he raps on it's insane.
Yeah. He
Like
did one on, I think it was LA Lakers. It was a American radio channel.
Yeah.
Where he raps and the whole time he's rapping, he's talking about the fact that he's coming from the UK to America to try and grow. But he's going to try and like let everyone know what he's talking about when he says certain things in
Oh,
UK.
yeah, I have heard that. Yeah, I've seen a snippet of it on
Like
YouTube on the way over
he
here, bro.
says
Yeah.
bridge the gap. He's going to
Yeah.
bridge the gap. And he talks, we say this, you say that. We
Yeah,
say this,
yeah, and
you
it's
say
just
that.
back and forth the
Yeah.
whole way through the song, yeah.
That's madness.
Yeah,
I love
100%.
rap, bro. I love the freestyle, radio, internet, interview side of rap.
Oh, 100%. That's like even, what is it, 96.1, I'm pretty sure, puts rappers on and they come in and talk. And like that's probably the only Sydney radio station I know of at the moment. There's probably some underground ones that no one really listens to. But like 96.1 is the only one that's put rappers on there. Like 1-4's been on there, 4T's
I
been
didn't even
on
know
there.
that. I didn't even
Yeah,
know
it's
that.
that Kerser.
Yeah. Oh, Kerser, that's right.
Yeah. Like 1-4's been
I
on
did
there, I'm
know
pretty
that.
sure. 4T's been on there. Don't think Kerser's been on there. Maybe he has. But pretty sure Chillinet's even been on there. And Chillinet's been on Triple J as well. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
fuck Triple J.
yeah, Triple G. yeah. Nah, it's cool, bro. I'm like, I didn't know that you were so into rap. I remember back in the day, we were both into Eminem and stuff
Yeah,
back in
yeah.
like year 8.
Bro.
And I don't remember there being much other rappers when we were younger. Obviously,
Nah,
Biggie,
100%.
Tupac, and all the OGs and shit.
But nothing that like that substantial that stood out. Like
Yeah.
now the whole scene of it's just like this guy's got a completely different style to this guy, but this guy's raps about this guy's raps about I don't know, you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
completely different. Like it's not just one genre. Like when Eminem was out, everyone was trying to copy Eminem and try and be fast and lyrical, and half the time they just sounded like shit.
Yeah.
And now it's like they can be the same genre but have different styles of that genre and it still be successful.
Yeah. It's mad. It's fucking so cool. I'm glad that you're into rap as much too. I also wasn't aware of the fact that you're so into sport, not just UFC but NRL. As well.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool. I definitely lack in my UFC knowledge. You mentioned fighters and like the way that you're able to recall different things that have happened.
Yeah,
Leagues
yeah.
above me in terms of
Bro,
fan.
like UFC is probably like MMA in general would be my main favorite sport. Like
Even what you're saying about Bellator and all that. I don't know, bro.
that's only because I got them all on Instagram and I follow the shit that's stuck to the stories that come out, bro. Like that's the main thing. Other than that, NRL, bro. And then because I had done a bit of training and that for fighting, but like I'd never go out on my way and fucking do it. Like I just enjoy the discipline and the fitness and the shit like that.
Yeah.
Side
No, I'm
of
the
it.
same, bro. I did fighting for. I don't know. I never did it to the extent at which some of my mates are doing it now. This is what's hard for me to admit. My mates now are murderers. Like they're complete killers. They train with fighters all day, every day.
Yeah.
And it's like the gyms they're training at, I never got that level of intense training, but I always did something. I was probably in and out of training for like 6 years, 7 years, I reckon.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
Yeah,
bro.
for me, it's like there's something different, bro. Instead of getting stuck in the same thing you're doing every day, and they're going to go train and do a martial art, which is like a different way of thinking the whole time you're there and the whole time you're doing it. And yes, you might not have to fight to do it, but it's still good discipline, good fitness, and like you could go. Would you rather go to an F45 or would you rather go hit pads?
Yeah.
And it's better, I feel, for say young men with fucking any kind of anger shit, he'd rather go and do that
Yeah.
than go out urchin every day.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what I
for
mean?
any kind of energy.
Exactly.
Let alone aggression. Like, fuck, I use it to just... To be honest, when I was doing the last sessions of boxing towards the end there, I was just like... I would get ready for that session and I would just give every fucking thing I could. And
Yeah,
I'd
you
go
get
to
excited
sleep.
to go, bro.
Yeah,
you
I'd
get
give it
excited to go.
everything. I want to vomit, bro. I'm ready to go.
100%.
And then I'm done, bro. My day's complete. I feel accomplished. I feel like I've killed the day. I've won the day. The days where I wasn't going, I was getting home from work and thinking like, what is my life at the moment? You know what I mean?
100%, bro. Yeah, that's like, for me personally, bro, I was going every single day and I was just training Muay Thai. And then actually in Richmond at No Limits Gym, it's a good gym, but a really good gym, bro. I like it the best out of any gym I've been to. Anyway, I fell off the roof, bro, and then fucked my leg. And there's no way I could go to Muay Thai sparring or training and cop a kick to that leg because the leg was cactus, bro, like proper like
Cactus, yeah.
proper fucked. And one of my mates, he's a chiro now, and then like a few weeks later after falling off the roof, my leg was good to put weight on again. I've been back at work for say a week. Went to my mates. We got on we were drinking and had a few organic mushrooms and fucking was
nice.
fucked up, bro. And we were playing around. And we're mucking around. I had him in like some sort of guillotine choke, and then his whole weight just went on the same leg.
Yeah.
Bro, my knee, I heard it just go pop, bro, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
And like, because I was on the mushies, bro, like I stood up. I was like, yeah, I'm all right. I was walking around all sweet all night, bro. Woke up the next morning at say 8 a.m, bro. My leg was like fucking like that. And it was Sunday and I had to go to work on Monday, bro. I had to climb up a ladder.
Yeah.
And fucking walk around, bro. I couldn't even, like, the pain, bro, I couldn't even straighten it.
Yeah.
And then so I rang my mate who's a chiro, fucking, he doesn't work on Sundays, but he came in for me. Went in and seen him and he's like, there's a part in your leg that's like the shock absorber between your kneecap and that part of your leg, the femur or something. I don't know, one of the bones. It's like a shock absorber. And he's like, yeah, your shock absorber's just twisted and gone over here. And it's like, he's like, this is going to hurt because he had to like push my kneecap back that way because the kneecap connects to the tendons that connect to that part of some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor, so no one quote me on that.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then so he's grabbed my leg and like my missus and my son was there. And they're like, oh, yeah, you might want to take him out because it's just going to fucking hurt.
Yeah.
And he's looked at me and he's like, you ready? I'm like, how bad is it? And he's like, you'll see. And like, we've been best mates since I was like fucking in year 3 or something, bro. And he just grabs my leg, laughs at me and goes like that, bro. And I literally felt my knee, like it's different hearing it. I felt my knee go dunk, dunk, dunk. And it just fucking, like it was relieved, but at the same time, bro, it fucking hurt.
Yeah.
And then I went back to him a week later and he had to do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro,
Dude, you want to talk about a knee injury?
Yeah.
Let me tell you. So I see this scar I got here.
Yeah.
See it. So what happened was I was training at the park. So Damon, remember Dave?
Yeah,
Dale's older brother?
Delvin's older brother,
He's
right?
always trained me, always.
Yeah.
He's running through lessons with me. And one of the things he was trying to just tell me as well was like, just don't focus too hard. There's going to be things that you can't focus on. You know, you just be ready and don't focus. Just let your body just
Flow.
Just flow. Yeah, that's a good word for it. Anyway, so what he does is he goes to like fake a hip and then he goes to like use his leg to like do a stomp kick on my leg. But I've gone to like step out of the way for this punch and my legs he's landed on my knee with his push kick and my whole body was falling forward. So I've just kind of fallen
All your weight's
towards
on the knee
ground. Lands on the ground. I thought to myself for a second, fuck, that hurt. I like go to like get up. My leg is sideways like this. And my fucking kneecap is outside its socket on the outside of my fucking knee, right?
Oh, fuck.
Dude,
Oh, fuck that. I'd be like...
Dude, I look down, it's just me and him. I'm like, fuck, dude, fuck. And he's come over, he's like, why, what's up? He sees it, he goes, oh, fuck, shit, bro. He starts walking away from me. I go, what are you doing? Come back. He goes, I go, fix it. Because like say my shoulder pops out or like something hurts, he just helps me. He always helps me. I never have to stress with Damo. But he looks at my leg, so I just go, oh, please fix it.
Yeah.
And he goes, what the fuck am I meant to do? I'm like, no, bro. Oh, no. He starts freaking out and I'm freaking out. And then he's like, I'll call an ambulance. And then I'm thinking like, don't call an ambulance. Like, fuck that. And then he's like, I'll drive you to the hospital. I'm thinking, fuck, bro, it's so long. Hospital. Oh, it's so fucked. The pain's so high.
No, bro, it would have been fucked.
I'm just like, just move. So I just fucking got up, kind of rested my legs sideways on the ground, and I held my fist up, and I swung in my leg.
Oh, fuck that.
Punched my kneecap, bro. Can't remember if it was 1 or 2 hits, but I hit it hard, and it pushed my leg, and it just kind of pushed it all back into place. And instantly pain was gone. Like it was the most amount of pain to nothing straight away.
that, bro.
And I've just gotten up and kind of like walked on it, and he's like, help me. And I'm just walking, go to the bubbler, get a drink. And then I feel the pain start coming back. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, we're done for today, bro. We're done. Anyway, we're walking back to the car, and he's like, what do you want me to do? I'm like, you're buying me some fucking grog, bro. So he takes me to the bottle-o, just stocks me up on grog, sent me home, and I just got pissed for like a day and a half. My mum comes and sees me a couple of days later. My leg is like all the way from my quad down to my ankle. And she's looked at my leg going, you need to go to the hospital. I'm like, all right. So I head to the hospital. I'm chilling in there for like hour and a half. I said, fuck this, mum, take me home. I can't do this. I'm so bored. The next day, or maybe even the day after, I finally get back to hospital again. They put me straight into surgery, bro. They said that when I hit it, your kneecap bowl, I just had my kneecap on the outside of it, and I just shattered all of it to get it back into place, bro.
Fuck, bro. Thinking about that, bro. Fuck, that would hurt. Like, this, bro, was like the most pain I've ever had anything, bro. Like, I snapped my elbow and shit.
Yeah.
But that knee thing, bro, like, I didn't even fucking damage it as bad as that, bro. Like,
dude.
I was like, fuck, God.
As soon as I hit my leg, dude, I'm telling you, everyone said to me, doctors, fucking surgeons, everyone's like, you shouldn't have done this.
Oh,
We're going to have to cut your knee open, get the kneecap, dig all the bones out, put it back, and then they bolted my fucking ligament because I tore the ligament that goes from the top of your knee to the outside of your cap.
Yeah.
Ripped that off, so they had to bolt that stronger. And I did not agree with anyone's advice. The fucking pain went away instantly, and I went from 1 million to 0. Like, I'm so glad I did it, bro. So glad I did it.
I could never even imagine doing that, eh? Just fucking dink.
I reckon anyone in my situation probably would have, because seeing the leg was like looking at one of those zombies on World War Z.
Yeah,
you know how they're all fucking stretched out and shit? That's what my leg looked like. And,
fuck that, bro.
And it wasn't even my control. It was like my body just doing something to fix itself, you know?
Fuck, bro.
It was nuts, bro. That was the most pain I think I've ever been in.
Yeah, like, I've only ever seen something like that with footy, like the school I was talking about before, because they were a big union school. One of the reasons I got sent there in the first place. They were big for footy, and one of the boys in the like my year group, but they were the age group above me, if you know what I mean. So it was my first year playing there, so I had to play with the age group that I was. And so I was 15 and all the boys in my year were 16. Anyway, I was watching their game afterwards. One of the boys got hit, like, on the knee, tackled, bro. His knee full just went fucking pretty much the same thing, but just spun out of place, bro. It was like on the opposite side of his leg. And just the scream, bro, was like gut-wrenching. Like, you know, one of those horror movie screams where it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
It was dead
From the
set,
soul.
Like, yeah, bro. Like 100%. Like his soul just left his body, and like he's instantly white. He's like bang, hit the deck, and then fucking they're running over the green whistle. They give him the green whistle, and fucking his mum's there crying. I remember, and he's like, "Why are you crying?" I was looking at his knee and his legs just hanging off like fucking floppy disk.
Yeah, it was nuts, bro. Honestly, it was nuts. So shout out to Damo. Appreciate it. He gave me a good
100%.
story. It's fine to this day. I consider it to be a little bit stronger.
Titanium shin bone.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. Anything else that you've been like really passionate about or interested in other than, I was going to say fighting, but just sport in general or rap music?
My family, bro, to be honest.
Yeah.
Family, it's probably the biggest thing that consumes most of my time, and probably the thing that I enjoy doing most.
Yeah, nice.
Like, 'cause it's the most rewarding thing that I do, I find. Like, spending time with Chloe, raising our son is probably the best thing that will ever happen to me until we have another kid, because it's just, again, the experiences you go through with the son every day, or even the daughter. Like, experiences you go through watching them change and grow and mature and realize certain things, and the way that they go through life, like evolving almost, like every single month, not even like days, like in certain days they'll pick up things. Like, it's just weird for me because I didn't expect a baby's development to be that quick.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, also he's a year now, but then it feels like the whole year is just gone like that.
Yeah, I bet.
Like, because there was times where he wouldn't even talk, and now he just like crawls around the house like, Dad follows me everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
it's,
Duh.
yeah. Duh. And I'm like, I don't want to eat your mashed up banana, bro.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, I'm so fucking ready to have kids, bros. My family has this rule. If everyone listening, they already know, but you can't get married till you're 27. You can't have kids until you're married. And it's like, I said this on the last podcast,
Yeah.
but no one's seen it because it hasn't come out yet. But
Yeah.
the day that I'm having my child, if I'm 26, that day I turn 27. You know?
Bro, just be like,
I'm
the
changing
rules
it.
are just supposed to be like guidelines anyway, bro.
Oh, I'm just gonna be 27 from that day, and I'm always gonna pretend I'm 27 afterwards. I guess like that's that's how I can get out of it.
Just identify as 27,
That's exactly
bro.
what I'm
You'll be
doing.
right.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, bro.
It's only 23 now, bro.
I'm gonna identify.
It's work season, baby.
That's all I'm gonna do, bro. It's mad. Is there anyone else that you have any connection or contact with at all from back in school days, girls or boys?
Nah, not really, bro. Like the first time, like that I've spoken to anyone recently would have been you. Like when you connected to like do the podcast and that reached out. But other than that, nah, bro, not really. To be honest, like
Yeah.
since I had Archie and past couple of years moving into River, I've kind of keep my circle smaller. A lot of
Yeah.
things are easier that way.
Yeah.
But that being said, like it's not like I'm shut off to anyone reaching out or anything. But nah, not really, bro.
Yeah. Especially having a family now, your responsibility and your time consumption must be
Yeah.
through the roof.
Chloe and Archie, that's it. Like I'm thinking about, like I work 6 days a week, every single day of the week, like every single week, sorry. And then if I can, when I get my license back, I work Sundays. Like it's just all about making bank for the family, so that when I don't have to work 6 to 7 days a week, we got extra money, we go do shit then.
Yeah. Good work, bro. Good
Yeah,
work.
like it's the drive. Like before, I had no motivation. Like I'd still go to work. Obviously, I'd never take days off, but like I'd still work Saturdays. But it's like the drive to be a perfectionist that what I do wasn't there. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But now it's like little shit. Like I won't work and say I go to training. Like I want to be perfect at what I'm doing because else what am I doing? Like I'm wasting my time. I could be here with Archie. I could be spending time with Archie. Like
Yeah, that's awesome.
like it's
bro.
all about the mindset on what you do that I feel changes and how you spend your time changes.
Yeah.
And what you spend your time doing and who you spend your time with and how you spend your time. Like it's always like not necessarily at the exact moment, but then say when you're back with your son or back with your family or just back having one time by yourself, but in your family house, you think about it like, how could I better spend my time? What could I have better done with this time so I could have had Archie more involved? Or just, you know what I mean? Like little shit like that, bro, that plays
Yeah.
in my mind more now.
That's cool because I think I'll take that into consideration because I've been thinking that a lot lately without having kids still.
Yeah.
How can I best spend my time? Because I still lately been stuck on procrastination. I do
Oh,
find
bro, I'm still the same. Like I wish I had this this way of thinking prior to having Archie, but it's like, again, like one of those things I said, it's like nothing can prepare you for a different circumstance with the child, like, because every child's different. But like nothing could prepare you for it. So like, I wish I had the way I think about my time now back then, because then I would have, again, procrastinated less. I still procrastinate now, like no one's perfect, but like I would have probably chose better ways to get myself mentally prepared for having the child.
Yeah. Well, that's cool, but because it's funny because everyone just does things at different times.
100%.
Everyone goes through the same story. Everyone's story is just in different chapter order. You know, which is pretty interesting.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's also something that I've been thinking about lately too, being in mid-20s like we are now.
Yeah.
That like everyone's growing up in a rate that is, it's not like I feel left behind. I don't say that, but it's awesome to watch everyone else make massive changes in their lives. You know,
100%.
having children. I just recently was fortunate enough to be best man at Luke Sessions' wedding.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
married
Yeah,
now.
wow.
Luke Sessions' wedding.
Yeah, I did see photos of that. Yeah.
Yeah,
How's the bride? I've obviously never met.
Cass is a beautiful bro.
Yeah,
Cass
that's
is
good.
one of the kindest souls I've ever met. I'm
that's
fortunate
good.
enough
Happy
to
for
be
him.
more and more involved in the
Yeah,
two of their
yeah.
lives because my partner's best friend is Luke's partner.
Oh, that's great. That's mad.
which has only happened since the wedding, which
Oh,
has
wow.
been awesome.
That's great.
Patrick Brown, he's getting married in March.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Congratulations to him
again,
too. Fucking hell.
Again, he's I kind of sound like I'm flexing a little bit here, but gave me the honors of being best man at his wedding too. I didn't mean to
another one,
I
bro.
didn't
3
mean-
for 3.
I didn't mean to do that, but I do feel pretty good about it. Thanks, boys. But yeah, it's awesome. Like, one of my other mates, Jay, he has a daughter now. She'd have to be almost one.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
And it's fucking so exciting, bro.
But like you could have
watching
told me
this-
4 years that I was going to have a kid when I was 24, and I'd be like, no way.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I was a completely different person to the person I am now.
Yeah.
But that'd be said about everyone. I'd be like, you change as a person as the years go on, but like personality wise, maturity wise, like I'm still not mature, bro. So fucking that
Yeah,
doesn't really
yeah,
count.
yeah.
But like, I don't know, bro.
I tell you what it is, it's mindset. Because
100%.
just hanging out with you now is nostalgic. It's hanging out with the same person from when we were young.
Yeah, it's like cracking out a game that used to pump on the fucking old PlayStation 1, bro, for
Yeah.
10 years later.
Good point.
It just comes out.
But just hearing your mindset, especially about the fact that you're like at work thinking like, if I'm going to be here, if I'm at training, if I'm going to be here, I may as well take the most out of this experience because
100%.
I have other things I'd rather be doing
Exactly.
also. I can imagine you'd rather do it more, but you're also, it's healthy to know you've got to do things for yourself at the same time.
100%. That's what it is, bro. But it's also like you can go to training. People who lift weights and whatnot probably have some bad days where they're like, I don't really feel like doing this, but I'm gonna do it anyway, which is still a positive mindset. But for me, it's like you could go there and do that, or you could go there and do it where it's like, I know I've got to get this done, so I may as well get it done in a positive way, which is probably going to impact, say, the session 50%, 25%, 40%, doesn't matter. It's still going to impact it in a positive way instead of just going there saying, oh shit, I have to get through this, or going to work like, oh shit, I have to go to work today.
Yeah. It's mad, bro. It's fucking mad. I'm fucking proud of you,
everything changes with a little bit of positivity, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly how I try and live my life too. That's exactly how I try and look at everything.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean I
same.
do.
Exactly. Like I'm not perfect, bro. Like I've said multiple times. Like, but if you're going to look at something anyway, that's the only way you can look at something where it's like, okay, I really don't want to do this, but the little bit of positivity that I put into it might make it 10 times less painful, 5% less painful, or not even. But like, it's going to make it slightly more doable to a point where it's like I know I'm doing my best at the design task or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Slightly more doable just because you're not sitting there like, oh, I don't want to do this. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's
exactly.
it's the classic glass half full, glass half empty.
100%. Imagine there's no glass.
Yeah, or to me, I just think if there's a glass of water, I'm thirsty, I'll fucking drink.
100%.
Yeah.
I'd rather it be beer, but I'll drink it.
That's a good one too. What I did want to do with you is this section called Deep Questions, all right?
Yeah.
They're called deep, but trust me, they ain't that deep. A lot of them are fucking just...
It ain't that deep, bro.
Yeah, fuck, it ain't that deep, bro, trust. But as I'll let you know, they're completely random generated questions. I have had many of them, mostly all of them on before.
Yeah.
But I'd like to know your answer. You'll say your answer, I'll say my answer. My answer changes every 5 weeks.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
I'm just fucking
Depends
growing.
on the season, eh?
I'm growing as a person.
I'm evolving.
Yeah. The first question I'd like to ask you is, if you had to destroy anything to make the world a better place, what would it be?
Like anything? Like...
Anything. Like, it could be like a physical thing.
Oh, like an emotional thing.
Or it could have been an emotional thing. It could be
Probably,
an ideology. It could be a construct.
Anything? Bro, probably... No, narrow-mindedness isn't the word, but misunderstanding of people. You know what I mean? Because like half the time wars start because it's misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Like if people could understand people and see people for who they were from the start, there'd be no shit. You know what I mean? Everyone would be like, okay, this is how they feel. I can understand why they feel like that, but this is how I feel. And then they could reach a mutual understanding instead of being like, oh, no, I feel like this, blow them up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you look at the world at the moment, Ukraine, Russia, Israel, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like the biggest thing we're lacking, and that's a good one to choose, like getting rid of misconception and things like that.
Yeah, that's like the word I couldn't pick, bro.
Yeah, but we are lacking communication, and that would solve all of it.
100%.
We're lacking communication. Communication is my fucking favorite thing in the world, which is why obviously makes sense that I do the
biggest thing in
podcast.
the world. If people can't communicate, they've got nothing.
Communication is the most important thing in the world, and I feel like I wonder how we could possibly destroy misconception. It's more just being open-minded.
100%. Everyone would have to be open-minded. Everyone would have to go into the room with there'd have to be like the perfect example of everyone having no ego, bro. That would be it. Like everyone's got an ego. I've got an ego. You've got an ego, but it displays itself at different time frames in your life. Like everyone would have to go into the room with no ego. Everyone would have to understand what's going on around the world, why they feel like they're attacked or why this person feels like they're attacked. Go in there with two people that genuinely want to solve the problem instead of looking for an outcome that's better for them or better for this person or better for the person that they're representing. Like it'd have to be mutually beneficial for both people to be like, okay, this is good. People can stop dying.
Yeah. That would be the most mutually beneficial thing, to save lives.
100%. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
good answer. If I was to answer it, I'll pick something similar to what you went with then.
Yeah.
I would say, and it's just bouncing around my head, and for some reason I can't think of anything else. I'm going to use this straight away, but making things principle, like the fact that like if something is the way it is, it has to stay the way it is. I think we should get rid of that mindset that we have as people.
Yeah.
You could relate it all the way back to school. The rule is this. Why? Because I said so. I hate the fact that it's because I said so.
Yeah.
If something doesn't have a reason for why it is, we need to get rid of it.
100%. There
Laws
needs
should
to
be
be-
removed
Oh,
if-
100%,
if we
bro.
don't have a reason for that law. You know,
100%.
I think that a mindset of people being like, oh, I'm not going to. It's to be honest, racist people could use the same mindset because it's like, oh, I don't like them because they're black. I don't like them because they're Asian. I don't like them because of that.
exactly.
Like, and the answer is why? Because of that. Everything needs to be broken down a little bit more
It
deeper.
has to have a statistic reason as to why. Like you can't
Yeah.
just say, I don't like this because of this. Like that, because that's a narrow view, well, like narrow-minded way of thinking.
And it's like, it's good to have moral principles about what you decide based on the current circumstance you're in.
Yeah.
But I could sit here and I could say, off camera, sorry everyone. I could sit here and say, I will never hit a woman. But if a bitch gets in my face,
She's getting the 3-piece and the soda.
nah, fuck it, I'll leave that in. I'll leave that in. Yeah, I'll leave that in.
Depends. If you've been at the pub, she's getting the 3-piece and the VB.
Yeah. It'd be easy to say, principally, I will never do this, but
Yeah.
under the certain circumstances, I may possibly do so. I think we
100%.
need to just get rid of principles and then get rid of the judgment that comes with
Equal
people
rights,
do.
bro.
Shouldn't use hitting women as an example, but if a bitch fucking tries to fucking
If she steps me, oh God.
I did one time drop a chick, eh? I'll say it on the pod, I'm not shy.
But she probably wasn't that much of a chick.
Oh, she wasn't. I was actually with an ex-girlfriend at the time out in shopping area, and this girl who used to bully her in school came and got in her face, and my missus at the time, ex-partner, was like standing up for herself, which I was in not. I knew she didn't want me to just get involved.
Yeah.
She kind of wanted to prove that like she's tough enough.
Handle it.
Which I'm not a fan of. I don't think girls need to prove they're tough.
100%.
But this was her personality,
Yeah,
so I let her go.
Yeah.
And then I could see that the other girl was literally towering over her.
Yeah.
That she was starting to get a little bit more like I'm not liking how this is probably going to go.
Yeah.
So as she got closer and like fucking poked my fucking missus in the chest, it's already been going on for about 2 or 3 minutes at this point. I was eating a fucking hot dog on a stick, one of those deep fried things, Pluto pups. I'm just eating it. I see a poker. Fucking dropped it, bro. It's like, fuck, no one touches my missus, bro.
Yeah,
No one
100%, bro.
So as I said, you can easily say never hit a girl, principle, but remove that principle. It's all circumstance based. You know what I mean? It's
Well,
all
circumstantial, bro.
yeah, it's everything circumstantial. So I get rid of principle. All right, good one. I'll answer the next one first,
Yeah.
and then you can answer after me.
You said deep questions, bro, and I went straight in with the deep fucking
Straight
response.
into fucking bashing women.
Yeah, I went from misunderstanding to like if she's coming at me with a knife, I got her.
We went from we need to save the lives of the innocent people dying overseas in tragic war to I'll fucking drop that slut. All right, cool. This question I've had before, but I'm going to pick a different answer than I've had before.
Yeah.
If you could live someone else's life for a day, who would it be and why? I think I've chosen the answer before of a celebrity that I've really thought would be living an interesting life, like a Ryan Williams, who's a pro scooter BMX rider for Nitro Circus, who has a mad fucking life of fucking doing tricks. I've also chosen an answer of someone who lives in the far region of the Amazon rainforest to see how they would live their life for a day.
That'd be fucking insane.
That'd be fucking pretty cool. But if I could live the life of someone else's life for a day, I'd probably pick an attractive girl, not for the sense of fingering myself, right? But
Off camera.
yeah, off camera. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what I'd do. Let me tell you what I'd mount to the wall, bro. Nah, I would honestly choose it to see if it is what I think it would be, where it's like a life of fear. You know what I mean? Because I can imagine a super attractive girl, depending on where she is, feels unsafe. I'd be curious to know what the world looks like from a woman's perspective.
Especially after people want to bash.
Yeah, especially because blokes like me are ready to drop that bitch.
That's a good point.
I think the girls probably live a not scared life, but it's something that we don't have to worry about.
100%. Like it's a completely different perspective. Like you walk through life thinking about things completely differently.
Yeah. What about yourself? Whose life would you choose?
I don't know, bro. That's a really good
be
question. Because like my
anyone.
first response would be to pick someone famous. You know what I mean? Just to see what it's actually like. But then at the same time, you want to go deeper than that, bro?
No, you don't have to. Trust me, you don't have to. I only picked that because I've been thinking about it lately.
I don't know, bro. Like, I think it'd be interesting to go back to, like, say, early, like presidential, like, lead, maybe, like, in America, to see how they brought in a constitution, which means every person in the country can do this as long as they're American.
A founding father of the Constitution.
That's something
mad.
like that, bro. Like, just to see how they came up with half of these.
They would have been the smartest cunts of all
Exactly,
time.
but how they come up with some of these bogus fucking laws, like,
Yeah.
fair, like gun control, like you were talking about before. Jim Jeffries done something on it where he said that Australia had like one really bad mass shooting, and then the government was like, all right, maybe no more guns. People are like, fair enough.
Yeah.
So they outlawed the guns. America has like 3 to 2 bad shootings a year. They're like, we'll outlaw the guns. And the Americans are like, don't take my fucking guns.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, we'll make them not fully automatic. They're semi-automatic now.
Yeah.
And then another shooting happens. They're like, all right, well, they're single shot now. Don't take my fucking guns.
Yeah. That's what's crazy about America, bro. Like, they honestly now have a statistic that more people die from mass shootings a year than, I think, car accidents.
Yeah,
I'm
see,
butchering it, but it's something similar. in
Yeah,
that
like something along
concept.
those lines that you'd think would be completely outrageous. Like,
Yeah.
that's insane. Like, bro, that's like something like there's a statistic like most places around the world, you have more chance of getting struck by lightning or being hit by a car than getting attacked by a shark.
Yeah.
And if there's more shootings in America, that means like that's bro than any other country too.
Yeah. Which is nuts. Like,
And they're a first world country.
well, any other first world country. So there's
Oh,
places
yeah.
like Africa and shit that are constantly like losing villages to
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, but,
massacres
like,
and
I
shit.
understand what you
First
mean, but,
world
like, yeah.
countries. But I watched a documentary once called "The Killing of America."
Yeah.
and it showed the first real massacre that got taken place. And I think I can't remember exactly what scenario it was, but I think it was a guy who took a bunch of guns to a clock tower of a university, and he stood up there and he just blasted college students all like for at least 45 minutes to an hour.
Bro, that's
And then
like-
kids would just be walking through, they wouldn't notice, and he'd be up there with a fucking scope, bang, shoot another one. That spread through the media, and that news started to get picked up. And back then, it was only local TV. It could have been
Yeah.
60s, 70s, who knows. But then you watched the surrounding towns start to have a massacre. And then you watched the surrounding towns start to have a massacre.
Yeah, that's-
And you watched, they showed it in this documentary. Mind you, back then, I was stoned out of my brain when I watched it.
100%.
That
Bro.
you-
Best time to watch documentaries,
Yeah.
bro. David Attenborough gets me when I'm stoned, bro.
But you watched this virus and this pandemic spread across America, bro. And it was like one of the craziest eye-opening things I've ever watched, where it was like, it might be an actual disease. It might be a sickness. It might be a
100%, 'cause
mental
it's like-
illness might be contagious, bro.
Bro, it's like you put the gun in the hand. I think there's a quote. I can't remember. I'm probably going to butcher it, but there's put the gun in the hand of a sane man. It's like he's not unstoppable. But you put the gun in the hand of an insane man, then you've got a problem.
Yeah.
Like, because they had no crime checks for ages, bro. Like, cunts are walking in there after just going to the methadol clinic buying a gun,
yeah.
and then like, they just pissed off at someone that said something to them early that day. Walk bang.
Yeah, bro.
Dead.
$80 or something like that, and you can go buy a fucking police grade Australian 9mm Glock in Walmart with a fucking 100 rounds of ammunition.
That's fucking insane, bro. Like,
Glock.
bro, that's insane. Like, fucking imagine walking into Coles, bro, and they got fucking Glocks just sitting there, like, buy one, get one free, half price. Prices are down.
Yeah, bro. It's nuts. I like that we got to, I don't know how we got to that by choosing someone else's life to live for a day, but we did.
Yeah.
We'll do a couple more. All right.
I can't get over how groovy this room is, bro.
Thanks, bro.
So, like, you're walking in here and you're automatically relaxed.
Thanks, bro. I love it. All right, we'll pick another one. You'll answer the next one first.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten advice from a family member that has stuck with you the most? Has been anything like since having a son that someone has given advice that it was just good, useful information or something?
Well, the main thing would be that my stepdad said, like, doesn't matter if he's argue, like, yeah, everyone's going to argue. Doesn't matter who you are. Your friends argue, relationships argue, people with their boss argue. Like, everyone argues. Like, people disagree on certain things, but it's like the way you choose to react to the argument in front of your son has to have a different outcome to now. Like, fair enough. Like, I'm not saying that we argue in general, but, like, if we were to argue, like, there's no one there to stop us from both yelling at each other when we both think we're right.
Yeah.
But then when I had my son, it's like, not that we argued much in general, but it's just like, what he said is like kind of stuck with me because my parents originally always used to argue. I remember it. Like, I can not remember what was said, but I remember the emotion felt in the room and the tension and whatnot. So yeah, it was kind of just that really, bro. Like, if you're gonna, like, everyone has arguments, but you got to think about how everything around you now affects your son, like the outlook on everything, not just arguments. Like he witnesses you do certain stuff that's gonna say that he's 1 year old right now. Yeah, probably you're not gonna think about it, but 10 years down the track, if he remembers it and it's something that damages him, say he's having an argument, his house is stressful, or just little shit, bro, like little negativities, bro, that can affect children more than you'd expect.
Yeah.
That was the main thing really that I got off that. But other than that, bro, nothing really that stands out.
No, that's a good answer, dude. That's a good answer, and that's something useful that everyone should keep in mind. Especially, to be honest, you could use it when you don't even have a kid, but it's how you react after the argument.
Yeah, and it's like how you carry yourself after. Who doesn't matter? He basically said it doesn't matter who's right. What matters is how you want to move about the situation. You want to carry on and feel sorry for yourself because you did something stupid or you disagreed with something she did. And you're going to be angry about it for what, an extra hour and a half?
Talk about it, Just talk about it and then
exactly.
let it go. That's a healthy relationship. I like that advice. I don't know if a piece of advice from as same to you, I don't know if anything stuck out above anything above all.
Yeah.
I think that a similar thing that my old man told me recently too, which was I've been talking about having kids a lot too, and he's like, he just said, don't do what I did, and that was yell. You know what I mean? My old man was a great old man. I love my old man. He did an amazing job. Love him. And he was a fucking yeller my whole life. And all it told me was like, what's the point of fucking yelling, bro? What's the point of yelling 100%. At your kids, yelling at your missus, yelling at yourself, yelling at the world, yelling at people? Because like that's his way of venting, and he feels better. So I get it. If he's pissed off in traffic, he'll yell. Yeah. But I'm starting to understand that he understands that it's not the way to do things. Yeah. And even though you can feel better, there's healthier ways to go about
100%,
things. So just hearing that perspective that I know that he knows it too was definitely reinforcing the idea for myself.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I do not yell. I don't see the point, bro. What's the point of yelling?
Like if you have to yell, it's like,
if I'm going to yell, I must have to try and defend someone and fists are getting thrown.
100%. Yeah. Like, there's got to be a reason for it.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like I've calmed down heaps after having my son. Like I don't really, like before, like I've always been real quick to getting pissed off. Yeah. And then like now, since having my son, it's like he doesn't, like little shit back then that would probably send me out the wall. Like I'm just like, I don't care anymore.
Good. Nice. Good. Well, we'll do one more and then I'll hit you with my final question.
Yep.
What is something you've always wanted to do, but you've been worried about being judged for it?
That's a good question.
Oh, you know what? You answered the last one first. I'll answer this one first.
Oh, you
just
go.
Because I think one thing I've always wanted to do, and I have been worried about being judged for it, would be stand-up comedy. I'd love to do it. I'd love to try stand-up comedy. And I think I'm starting to convince myself that I'm not going to worry about being judged for it because I'm going to be judged for it anyway. So I may as well run with the ball. I don't even dream necessarily of being a successful stand-up comedian, but I do dream of trying it.
Yeah, 100%. Like, why not, bro?
I'd love to do that one day.
100%. I feel like that would probably be, I reckon, if you could do anything, that would be the most fulfilling thing, bro. Because, like, making people laugh, again, you're winning.
Yeah.
Like, and it's rewarding. Like, it's not going out and making a movie is not as rewarding as fucking going out to not even a packed out stadium, say there's 20, 30 people there, but you're getting a positive reaction out of them, which will be more rewarding than people going to a movie theater, just sit there and I'm dumb and watch you perform stunts and shit like that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I don't know, bro. Hey, that's a fucking really good question. For me, mainly, probably get into music, bro. Personally, that would probably be the main thing. But, yeah, again, like you said, people are always going to judge you anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Delvin makes music, bro, and Delvin's grown as an artist a lot since he started making music. Yeah. So if you ever want to just fucking ask him how he started, like some advice, he's got the place to make it. Like he's got, he's got the fucking all the idea on fucking the internet, the computer of how to put the song together. So.
Yeah, that's mad. Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
is it posted on his Instagram and stuff?
Yeah, he does sometimes. I'll put a link in the description for it when I finally do the link for the description because I've been pretty bad at doing them for the last 10 episodes. But there will be a link and I'll send you a link to his Spotify.
100%. That'd be mad. Yeah, I didn't even know that, bro.
Yeah, it's cool. All right, I have one final question that I do ask everyone that comes on, Matt, but I have to say thank you so much for doing this episode.
Oh, good, brother. Anytime.
It's been mad yarn, bro.
100%.
I could do it for 10 hours. I'm not lying.
Bro, I know. The thing that got me, bro, was I was so nervous about what I was going to talk about. Like, because I think you asked me to do it like a couple of weeks ago, and like I would have done it, but then work picked up, so I had to go to work. Excuse me. And then, bro, when when I confirmed to do it, my nerves just went. And I'm like, fuck, what am I going to say? And then when I was texting you about it, you're like, bro, I'm the one that has to come up with things to like start the conversation. So you got nothing to worry about. You just got to answer me. And I'm like, yeah. And it's always like, you're a stress head.
Yeah. But honestly, dude, I appreciate you making the time and doing so because, like, I know life is full on for you right now. Like, every little bit of time, as you said, is important. So I just appreciate it.
I appreciate you having me on, bro.
Of course. It was a
respect.
perfect excuse, bro. If it wasn't for this podcast, I wouldn't have the excuse to see people all the time like I do.
Good,
so
bro.
I'm fucking super grateful. And it's just the start of many more podcasts.
No,
we'll do together.
100%, bro. It looks like we've been going good. Everyone seems to be loving them, bro. Fucking,
Yeah.
you got to keep doing it.
Appreciate it. Well, yeah, we'll start having group ones, bro. We'll start having a couple of the fucking
Oh,
old school
100%
boys.
do an old
together.
nostalgic one, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone from year 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
the couches.
That'd
It'd
be
be
dope.
bad. Get everyone to wear their Norwest uniform, bro.
That's dope. All right. Well, the last question I'll ask you is mostly a piece of advice.
Yeah.
And it's that if someone came to you because they were feeling depressed, mostly because they were lost, what would you say to that person?
Find a passion or something that you are passionate about doing that you feel like gives you energy almost. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, when I first started doing training, I didn't want to train because I want to be a mad fighter. I wanted to train because it made me feel good about what I was doing, and then it made me feel better about myself as a person. Like, the training's not for everyone, but like, find something you are passionate about and grab it with both hands and run with it. That's what I would say, bro, personally.
Yeah, no, good answer, bro. Good answer. It's a perfect way to escape feeling lost.
100%.
And I think the reason people get depressed is because they're lost is they're just not doing anything.
They don't have a sense of purpose, bro, is what I feel like. That's what depression is. Not that, I don't know, bro. I've never really had depression. Can't say I've ever felt like anything like that. Not saying it's not a serious thing, but I've never felt anything like that. But the main thing for me that's kept me going off being homeless and kicked out and whatnot is just have a purpose, bro. Know what you want to do. And if you've got something that's driving you to be better, you can never look back and be lost, in my opinion.
Yeah, nah, perfect answer, bro. Perfect answer. You've just given me fucking so many more things to talk about for the next time we do the podcast. I'm glad you gave everyone a little trailer. Being homeless, being kicked out. That's a trailer for everyone for the next podcast, bro. Good work. 100%. I like the way you wrapped that up. But as I said, bro, couldn't be more grateful for the episode.
100%. Thanks for having me, bro.
You impressed me, bro. I'm proud of you for your mindset and your shift in becoming a parent. And it's awesome to see you and Chloe just be together for so long and making the next chapter in your lives.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah, gang. All right, till next time. That's a wrap.
Charlie gets his right, yeah, I had to put it on. Bought a two-seater, yeah, we headed for the sun. Charlie going high, I ain't tripping for the funds. Yeah, I won't start, I ain't tripping.